suddenly covers his mouth and looks at Anna apologetically. Sorry. The man was a horrible tyrant, now long dead. His name should never be spoken so. It is rather vulgar. My deepest apologies, milady. I did not mean to offend. Anna shrugs, rolling her eyes. Talk as you like, Cutter. I care not a whit for what you say. Unless you're rattling your moan box about me, that is. Trying to get his attention. He turns back to Mort. But behold, a skull, buoyant, levitating off the ground, cognitive of its environment, and possessing hearing, speaking, and seeing capabilities. Yeah. He's actually quite a nuisance. He turns to you as you are suddenly a confidant. My goodness. This is truly one of the reasons that the plains shall never become dull to me, sir. Just when you think you have seen everything, the plains show you yet another corner to peer around, and he raises his hands gloriously. Suddenly, whole new, wondrous vistas are open to you. Yeah. Actually, the talking floating skull thing is quite common, right up there with self-resurrecting amnesics, scouring sigil. I'm not sure Mort qualifies as a wondrous fist. Yeah, not really sure about that. The man ignores you, looking at Mort instead. I say, skull. Mort gasps. Look behind you! Another floating skull! This is pretty entertaining. The man seems to have forgotten you entirely, instead turning in shock to look for his other floating skull. No! Where? Right where I'm pointing! There! It's obviously Mort can't point. Where? I can't see it. Mort speaks with mock exasperation. You just missed it! A whole parade of them. Probably never happen again in a million revolutions of the Great Ring. He turns in her since you also possess a peculiar degree of mockery. Mort pops slightly as if shrugging. I prefer to refer to it as a keen sense of insights into human nature. He suddenly seems to see you for the first time. The man's eyes widen. By the unjust laws of attorney, he catches himself looking apologetic. I say, are you all right? You look hurt. It hurts to look at him, it does. It's on piping up there. Yeah, an odd comment from someone who with what looks like it'd be a giant's rat tail, sprouting from her bottom. Anna bares her teeth, tail lashing. Is that so, you pikin' leatherhead? If you wants me on my tail, you could just walk right out of sight for good. Would that make you happy? No, Anna. Don't go. Anna becomes quiet for a time. She opens her mouth to speak, then stops herself. She smirks at you, but makes no move to leave. The man nods eagerly. Of course. I am always most happy to answer what questions I can, young sir. About Ravel Puzzlewell. Ravel, if she truly existed, and there is little proof that she did, was a night hag, one of the inhabitants of the Grey Waste, one of the lower plains, and believed by some to be the worst of the lower plains. As the legend goes, Ravel was made, we've heard all this before, she was believed to be a mistress of many strange magics, yeah, okay. Very much new. Let's quote himself. What does that symbol embroidered on your tunic mean? Why, it is a symbol of the Fraternity of Order. We are responsible for much of the lawmaking and running the courts here in Sigil. Many judges, advocates, and clerks are members of our order, and we are pleased to be able to help enforce Sigil's laws and keep things orderly. We make a strident effort to learn all laws, whether they pertain to Sigil, the plains, or the multiverse itself. What does the Fraternity of Order believe? The fraternity of order believes that the multiverse is governed by laws. When one knows all the laws, one will understand the multiverse. That is our goal. By understanding the laws, their limits, we learn to avoid certain laws. If you don't mind me asking, what sort of benefits are in the position? Well, our fraternity allows us to read languages quite easily, and we may use some rules of the multiverse on occasion to suit our benefits. I had some other questions. I was going to ask about him. No, not really. I admit I know little of this part of the clerk's ward. Okay. Just move on to Nimel. I think I may have talked to her actually before. Woman turns to face you, violet eyes flashing like flawless chips of amethyst. Her speech is as music. You can hear a faint musical tinkling, 100 tiny crystal bells as she speaks. Each word lingers in your ears as if they were unwilling to relinquish the exquisite sound. Nimel turned to face the scarred, dour stranger. She asked what he wished of her. Wow. Pah. Anna sneers at Mort. Stop your drooling, you Illyrian scroll. Aye, what a hot-blooded little chit. Starved for attention? They could drool over you too if you're just jealous. Ugh. Get a hair's breadth close her skull and I'll see to it that not one of your chattering teeth lies within 100 pieces of another. I was told you know the command word for this decanter. This must be something that I forgot about that wasn't on my quest list. The woman makes no move to touch or examine the decanter, but only speaks. Nimel took it from the stranger, turning it in her hands. Had she seen the lids like before, she thought? Perhaps. Yes, she remembered now. She returned the decanter, whispering into his ear as she did so. Psh, it's kind of weird.
Updated my journal.
You realize you know the word now. Nildenosage. Though you're certain the woman never whispered to you, but merely said she did. Weird. She blinks at you. Would the stranger leave her now, satisfied with what she had told him? Are you looking for someone? Where could she be? Nimel wondered. Her companion, Aelwyn, was supposed to have met her here oh, this is still... her voice. Oh. Her companion, Aelwyn, was supposed to have met her here days ago. The woman sighs miserably. The air around her grows chill with her sadness. How long must she search this vast foreign city before she finds her dearest friend? I could help you find her for a price. I'm not going to do anything for free. Nimel speaks slowly, her eyes downcast. She knew, as a stranger soon would, that she had nothing to give. Whatever the man's price, she could not meet it. Oh. Yeah, forget it. Oh, Mort wants to help. Well, kinda don't really want to get any more quests with maybe if I run out of other stuff to do, but I'll talk to this drunken mage now. This older man is staring into the stein of ale, misery etched into his features. The battered pewter mug is an unusual one, lightly engraved with strange runes and bearded faces and covered with a coat of thin frost. He looks up as you approach him. Greetings, sir. He seemed slightly tipsy. What's that mug you've got? This? I win this in a dice game. It's enchanted to keep whatever's in it freezing cold. In my case, cheap ale. Oh, that's kind of like the one that's for sale in the curio shop. He frowns, rubs at his eyes, and takes another swig of his drink. Something wrong? He sighs, filches into his hand, and nods as he takes another pull of ale. Aye, something's wrong, all right. I've gone and lost my apprenticeship. Well, hungover I was, and botched my mentor's last experiment. All for this damn drink. He sneers at the mug in his hand, but in seconds his expression softens and he takes another swig. Ruins everything, does, this damnable drinking of mine. Why don't you stop?
Updated my journal.
He shrugs and sighs miserable. I simply cannot. I want to, but I cannot. I just need to drink. I try and stay away, but desire eventually overcomes me, and I cannot resist. Such a wreck I've become. He throws back the last of his ale and calls for more. Yeah, there, he can talk to her, I'm sure.
Updated my journal.
Wow, that's a lot of experience. His eyes brighten. Truly? I shall go speak to her now, then. I thank you, sir. He pauses, looking down at his empty mug. Here, I would have you take this. I need it no longer. Oh, okay.
I'm gone.
So now we have this, Frost Ale mug. Go give that to Mort. So we got one of those for free.
Done.
That's cool. I'm glad I didn't buy it.
Done.
Which didn't really sound very useful, to be honest.
All right.
Well... You know, I think there were some sensory stones in here that I can't remember. I think there might have been some that I didn't look at, or maybe some that I might need to look at again. I'm trying to figure out how to get a piece of Ravel puzzle well. Okay.
All right.
Talk to this guy. The private one, I may have done all these, actually. Yeah, but this one, there's a lot of stuff I haven't looked at.
Done.
Actually, I think I might pause the recording for a while. Just before I get into this,
I'm
'cause
gone.
I know it's going to be a lot of reading. Actually, yeah, because there was a stone.
I'm
in
gone.
each one. I'm going to do a couple. Just save. This is an unusual greenish-yellow stone. It is securely fastened to the pedestal it rests upon. Okay, so that's not
I'm gone.
even interesting.
Done. I'm gone. I'm gone.
Actually, might not be anything interesting in here, but it's a light blue stone. It's not doing anything. I wonder if this one is just
I'm gone.
like a yeah, violet stone. It's like, is this just kind of a farce sensorium for like public to come to? Because it's certainly not interesting at all. There's a greenish yellow one.
I'm gone.
Red, orange. Yeah, okay, so this is not very... Kind of thought that
I'm gone.
if there was something really important in here, I would have gotten a comment about it already. But, just colored stones. Anybody? Lady Thorncombe. Okay, talk to her.